During the 1920s, Harlem was the place to be for African American cultural growth. Among many of the artists and musicians that sprouted from that period, Ramar Howard Bearden was one of the many great artists who took the Harlem Renaissance and put it into his works of art. On September 2, 1911, Richard Howard and Bessie Bearden gave birth to Ramar Howard Bearden. Ramar Bearden was born in Charlotte, North Carolina. He grew up in a middle-class African American family. His parents were college educated and expected the same from Ramar. Around 1914, the family migrated and settled in the Harlem part of New York, where he also spent the rest of his life. Although he lived there, he spent a lot of time of his childhood spending time with his grandparents in Pittsburgh. His memories, past experiences, and past African American cultural history eventually became the subjects of his artwork. Bearden started college at Lincoln University. He then transferred to Boston University and then transferred again and completed his studies at New York University. There he graduated with a degree in education. At New York University, Ramar was the lead cartoonist and art editor of their monthly journal, The Medley Bean Pot. In 1935, he became the weekly editor of the Baltimore Afro-American, which he continued doing until 1937. Ramar's art consisted of collages, fusing paints, magazine clippings, and old papers and fabrics. In his work, you can find ancient myths and traditional rituals embedded in African American society. His work was always changing, and he kept things interesting. He received admiration for his work. Among paintings, Ramar was involved with much more. He played jazz music, wrote articles on art and art history, and even served in the United States Army. Ramar is quoted saying, "When I continue these memories, they are of the present to me, because, after all, the artist is a kind of enchanter in time." Ramar Bearden sadly passed away on March 12, 1988 in New York City. He was diagnosed with cancer and fought through it all he could. His artwork is highly praised even to this day and will always be remembered.